Today I am demonstrating the BBday meat grinder. This is model number THMGB500AH. Here are the attachments that come with it. There's the food pusher, the food tray, the milling tube, the feed screw, the cutter blade, cutting plates, the nut, and also the sausage and could be attachments, but today we're just going to be grinding meat, not going to be doing any type of sausage making or anything. All right, to assemble the parts, you're going to put the feed screw into the milling tube. Now keep in mind the feed screw has two ends. One is hollow and the other end, this end is going to be nubby. It has like a square nub on that end. You're going to make sure that the square part is facing towards you, not the main housing unit. So once it's secured, go ahead and put on your cutting blade or your cutter blade, and make sure that the grooved side is facing out as well, not the smooth side. Now, once that's attached, you're going to choose which cutting plates you want to use. There are different sizes, large, medium, and small, or fine, depending on what you need to do that day. Go ahead and put on the correct or appropriate cutting cutter plate. Now the cutter plates, well, they do have these two grooves or cutouts on the side. You want to make sure that they align with the grooves on the actual milling tube for the nut to fit on properly. So after everything's attached, go ahead and put on screw on the nut, and then you can go ahead and pop that into the main housing unit. You're going to want to make sure that it clicks when you pop it into the housing unit. Take the food tray, place it on top. You want to make sure that it's secure, and then all you need is your food pusher. We'll start grinding now. Here are the buttons on the side of your main housing unit. I'll start from the bottom up. The bottom bigger button, R is for reverse, O is for off, and then on obviously is to turn the machine on. The top button is how you're going to want the machine to grind, whether you do R for reverse in case something's backed up in the milling tube, and then on is to have the meat going forward with grinding. So when you want to turn the machine on, you want to make sure that the bottom button is turned to on as well as the top button turned to on. So today I'm grinding pork. I'm using pork butt or pork shoulder. I've cut it into about 1/2 inch cubes. You just want to make sure that it's not any wider than the opening in the food tray. Now before I turn it on, I'm gonna put place some meat on the food tray itself. You can put as much or as little as you'd like. I'd like to try to fill it up as much as I can before I actually turn the machine on. Now, I'm gonna make sure that the top button is on the on position, the O position, and then the bottom is when I'll go ahead and, when I'm ready to grind, turn that on, and then just start pushing the meat through. And you'll see it coming out in the bottom. And again, depending on the actual, which blade you used, whether it's a thick grinding or a fine grinding, that's how it's going to come out. So it comes out pretty slowly. You want to make sure you have a pretty big enough bowl for all the meat that you're using or that you're going to be grinding. As the meat starts to come out, it's gonna start piling on. So you'll want to twist your bowl or your plate just to allow for the meat to pile on without actually tipping over or spilling over your bowl. And here you have it, the finished product. I hope this video was very helpful for you and that you enjoy your new machine. Thanks for watching and happy grinding.